no problem. But most people, it is quite not cheap to get there. So with this project, they are developing the next level AI and essentially allowing the regular person, no matter where he lives in the world, to participate in this project. And Jeremy Roma right here is playing a big role in this whole creation of this project. He was the one who contributed a lot to this idea, and together with Anna Becker and Dmitry, or the co-founders and founders of Endotech, realized it into reality. So passing back to you now, I get a little introduction to all the people who keep waiting. So guys, awesome. welcome.
Awesome. Well, good. Yeah, and Vitaliy, I got to tell you, I'm so honored. I mean, you have no idea. And I really need to say this before we dive in. To just be working with you. I mean, it's
you can eat
what you guys have done. Maybe we can mute everyone. I think you have moderator.
Yes.
Background there.
That's it. And hold on.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, yes.
But yeah, I mean, you're just, you become a millennial legend in this space, man. And I mean, we just all have been blown away. I mean, I've known your name for years now, and what you guys have done, and and I got to tell you that this project, quite frankly, it's very appropriate that now we're locked arms and working together, because a big motivator for me, an inspiration for me to create this model, was seeing what you guys have done in the smart contract space. And I want to share a couple things with everyone, just from my perspective, and not in a negative way at all, but just a different perspective. I've never joined any of the smart contract deals that are out there in the referral marketing space right now. And nothing against those deals. They're incredible. But coming from a more traditional business background myself, the one thing that for me, it was always a disconnect was unless a person had spillover, or unless a person referred other people, there was no opportunity for them to win in many of those deals, right? And so if you had spillover and if you could refer, then certainly you could win very big. And Vitaliy and many others did exactly that. But there was a lot of people who didn't have the spillover, or didn't have the referrals, and they weren't in a situation where they were winning. But what I saw you guys do blew my mind. Right? When I saw companies put 1 million people in their deal in 6 months, I said, this is crazy. I mean, coming from a traditional network marketing background, and never seeing those kind of numbers in my life in that amount of time, right? I mean,
that's well, the smart contract is working.
It's crazy. Those are 10 in my world. Those are 10-year numbers, right? You put 1 million people in your group in 10 years. That's what you do. You don't put 1 million people in 6 months, right? So here I am going, this is crazy. This is evidence that the smart contract model is brilliant and it works. But at the same time, I had to be very honest with myself when I had with many invitations to be a part of those smart contract deals, and say, for me and from my perspective, I felt like the model still was flawed. It had some limitations in those previous models because of what I just said. It was at some level, it was the last man standing. And when new money stopped coming in, money stopped going out. So several months ago, I began to formulate in my brain a model that said, what if we had a smart contract model where everybody could win? Where even if a person never had any spillover and they never referred one single person into the deal, they would still win financially. And I said, if we can pull that off, it'll be the biggest thing to hit the industry. And I remember even telling some of my partners at the time, my development partners, I said, I bet you when we pull this off, I bet you we're going to get a call from the top guys like Vitaliy. I bet you if they see this, they're going to want to be a part of this. And I remember telling some of my friends this 3 months ago. I said, I bet you these guys are going to come and partner up with us. And we started even going, man, could you imagine if Vitaliy and some of the other leaders from his team, could you imagine if they could ever catch this vision? Well, what happened was 4 weeks ago, I shared Daisy with 4 of my friends. Literally, guys, I have told 4 people about Daisy personally, 4 people. One of those friends is my buddy, Rabu Gary. Rabu Gary starts to post, and he's got an investment group on Facebook, and he starts to share with his friends. And next thing you know, within days, I'm getting calls from China, from Russia, from Dubai, from Israel, from Latin America. People are, and I'm like, holy cow, the word got out. So somebody puts me on a call with Vitaliy. And first thing he says is, bro, I don't even know what this is yet, but I've had 10 people today send me information about this Daisy thing, right? So we started talking, and I think Vitaliy is the first one that really caught the vision. When he saw what we had here, he said, this is a game changer, because you brought 2 worlds into one. You took the value of the smart contract world, but you also took the power of that investment world where people can have passive income even if they're not referring or earning in a referral plan.
And that's what something a lot of people have been missing a lot, because I understand a lot of people want that passive aspect, but it has to be real, and there's so much bullshit out there. And
yes,
saying this is passive, this is give you 1% a day, this is that and this. And when you look at this, it's all nicely built in a back office, but there's no real trading going on. It's just, money passing over. So,
well, I'm glad you said it, Vitaliy, because that'll, it gives me permission to talk more openly about it, but it's the truth. Everything I've seen out, not everything, I should take that back, but everything I've seen in the smart contract world that offers a certain percentage or whatever return, it's not real. It's not. And if you look behind the curtain, what you'll see is all they're doing is taking the new money that comes in and they're sprinkling it out amongst the existing members in small amounts to make it look like there's an ROI, a passive
and
ROI.
Waiting for the big whales to put in the big money, and then they exit down.
And to their own admission, I've talked to the founders and CEOs of some of these well-known companies, and to their own admission, if new money stopped coming in, they have 50 days. And in 50 days, their accounts are at 0 and this ROI stops. And we said, for me, that's a flawed model. It's a flawed model because, again, it's built on the last man standing. And we just said, what if we could do it real? What if we could create it where it was 100% real? It wasn't a money game. There was no Wizard of Oz curtain where what you see and what's behind the curtain are 2 different things, but where it was a real 100% transparent environment that worked. And so, story behind the story, 2 years ago, I was introduced to Endotech by a very good friend of mine. He flew out to Israel. He met with them. He's actually from the same country, Georgia, that Dimitri is from. And we fell in love with their company. I brought hedge funds to Endotech and many private institutional investors. And we've seen that their AI technology is the real deal. I'll show you more about them today in the PowerPoint. But this summer, Dr. Becker shared with me that there's a project, an AI project called Daisy, that is their dream project. And she shared with me that Daisy is the next generation of AI superintelligence in the financial trading space. And she said it's good. It's a $10 million project. We're looking for a private investor to join with us. We need $10 million to develop Daisy AI. And that's when it hit me, because I was already working and putting these ideas together, modeling them in my brain. And that's when it hit me. We can crowdfund Endotech. We can crowdfund Daisy AI. And we can have access to their AI trading platform, marry that to a smart contract environment, and bring the best of both worlds together. And at that point, I've been in the technology world for a while, AI, blockchain, et cetera. I had a very good network of some of the top developers and programmers out there. And at that point, we went to work to say, okay, is it even possible? Can it be done? Can we create this? And what I'm going to show you today, guys, is real. It's ready. And our target launch date is December 15th. So let me pull my screen share back up here.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that if I make you a host again, new people
make me a co-host. Make me a co-host.
But I can't. There is not an option like make you a co-host.
There should be. There's not.
It's changes in the Zoom lately. It's kind of weird. But what I can do is I can share my screen and just go slide by slide. I think that's
okay. Perfect. Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
So just go to the what is Daisy slide. Let's start there. Third slide.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go.
All right.
And by the way, a little backstory, guys. You know, I was Dimitri. I met him a year ago, actually. I was drinking with him coffee, and he and his partner were also assisting with some OTC deals. And that's how I kind of met him. I didn't even know he was the co-founder of Endotech at the time, but he told me kind of in a brief conversation. And I was curious, like, what are you doing? And they were selling at the time those licenses for $6,000 a piece, and also there's institutional clients. So I'm like, wow, you guys are leading technology, and that kind of was it. But I saved his phone number, and when I learned about Daisy and Endotech is involved, I called him. I'm like, wow, like. You guys are doing this, huh? I didn't even know. Like you're doing this. Like yeah. So we scheduled an appointment like to go in the offices, and I was there 5 hours in the offices yesterday. We had some great conversations, done some interviews. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's go over what is Daisy, what they're doing, and how it works.
Awesome. All right. So what is Daisy? It's a crowdfunding model. That's what Daisy is, and it's designed to crowdfund to produce capital as well as a retail base for technology companies. Daisy is a smart contract, a decentralized finance app on the blockchain. It's not a company. So we really wanted to create a decentralized autonomous environment where no human hands ever touch the money, where it's all done through smart contract, where everything is permanent and fully transparent, all the things we love about smart contracts and blockchain technology. This is probably the most important
trading
thing.
Goes to where people do touch the money.
Yeah, the trading has to go to live trading accounts. So the trading funds go into, we have a brokerage account with Binance, but there's full transparency there on the trading component of it. So and no individual has the ability to ever withdraw those funds. We're working with a custodial service and multi-signatures and all the security stuff necessary for the trading component. So everything goes into the smart contracts. All the payouts happen through the smart contracts. The portion that goes into trading is sent from the smart contract into the trading software. And then when the profits are returned, it comes back into the smart contract. So that's correct. Somebody asked me this week, they said, what's the number one reason, if you had to pick one thing that makes Daisy a disruptor, what's the number one answer? And I think it's this third line here. It's a model where everyone wins. Everyone wins with profits. Everyone wins with equity, and everyone can even win with income from spillover, even if they never refer a single person. And I believe this is if you had to define the one thing that makes our model very unique, it's that everyone wins. Every single member wins. We're currently crowdfunding the Daisy AI project. That's the first technology project that we're crowdfunding. And every member receives exclusive stock equity and profit rewards.
Yeah.
Next slide. So let's talk a little bit about just what Daisy AI is. So Daisy AI stands for Decentralized AI System, and it's being developed by Endotech. Daisy AI is the next generation of AI trading. Daisy AI will multiply the current performance of Endotech's AI systems by 4 times.
Or even more.
Or even more. This is a conservative number. I did a great interview with Dr. Anna that talks about why it's just amazing technology. But Daisy AI is the first project that's capitalized by Daisy Crowdfund. 85% of all the trading profits are rewarded back to the members. Daisy AI is Endotech's path to becoming a public company. So one of the exciting things for me, for all of us as members, is the fact that we have a roadmap with Endotech to go public, for Endotech to become a publicly traded company. And I believe it's going to be a unicorn technology story. With this new generation of AI, it's a big story to tell in the fintech space. And, we've all seen companies, fintech companies go public and their stocks just explode if they have the right story and the right technology behind them. So what's really cool is every member of Daisy has stock equity in Endotech as part of their crowdfunding package that they purchase, which is really, really exciting. And we even have a promotion for leaders where you can earn additional stock in the company as well that we'll talk about later today. So let's dive in and talk about Endotech, because I think this is key. What is Daisy, but who is Endotech? So we go to the next slide.
The brain behind this project, the software, the technology, they have like 50 different trading strategies.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, their resume. I mean, it's on the on the next couple of slides, I'm going to show you who Dr. Anna is, because she's the founder and CEO of this thing, and then her partner Dimitri is also co-founder and COO. But Endotech is brilliant. They're a global fintech company specializing in AI trading systems. Their roadmap is to complete Daisy AI and be publicly traded in 2022. They're currently providing AI trading systems for top financial institutions around the world. I mean, incredible resume there. They have a long-term proven track record. Their AI strategies were performing in the Forex and equities markets for close to 20 years prior to launching Endotech, which then moved into cryptocurrency space. So they have a very long-term track record of success, founded by Dr. Anna Becker and operated by top AI scientists. Vitaliy, I mean, you got to go to the office and meet, I know right now it's quarantine and all of that, but you got to meet Dimitri and some of the guys there. I mean, what are your just thoughts about Endotech as a company?
Here, I want to show something. I mean, I was really impressed. I was really impressed by my conversation with Dimitri, with it was Adam,
What's from Daisy?
Here I am.
Here,
This is the offices, guys. Right.
So this is the main office.
Here I entered,
and there we go.
This is Dimitri.
Hello, Dimitri. How are you doing? Yes, I'm so excited to be here. So this is the main office right here. So let's show you guys around a little bit. Please. Dimitri is the CEO of Endotech.
You've not been in their offices, huh?
This is where he works.
No, I have not. Nope.
Right here, Adam. How are you doing, Adam?
Yeah,
Yes.
This is very happy.
I'm very happy. We've been talking back and forth with you guys the last day.
So essentially, yeah, you can watch later, like an interview with Dimitri. So yeah, my impression was. First of all, I got a lot of background about Endotech and what they have been doing even before Endotech, that they were already successful in the trading arena and selling a company for millions of dollars before even Endotech was born. That was back in 2011. So the partnership between Anna and Dimitri goes a long way. And they have been servicing some of the biggest banks, there's a Deutsche Bank.
Yeah.
It is a Deutsche Bank, a huge bank. So they were working with banks like Deutsche Bank and other like hedge funds. They had like 50,000 different companies. It was like 13 years ago. So the last 8 years, they were doing a lot of these commodities, Forex, future markets, and 2017 in this crypto boom, they entered they wanted to see if we can apply this same strategies to crypto space, and they started to devise, because they have professors, they have very smart people working, and they put together these strategies from the crypto markets, and it was very successful. He told me like the first year they made like 2,000% or something like that.
Yeah,
over
and that was in the down market. That was in 2018. That was after the bull run. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is how they got like Adam on the team, because he was losing money. He entered the top of the market in 2017, at the peak, and that's where he entered. And then he saw his portfolio losing 70%. And Endotech helped him not just give back him the portfolio, the money that he had, but double it in the first year. So he was very happy. And ever since then, he's using Endotech to his own trading, and has helped bring a lot of different institutions into this. There are over 7,000 customers that are working right now with Endotech in the crypto space. So it's not like they're starting from scratch. they have a good track record, and Daisy is that technology that now allows you guys to also participate in this party.
Yeah, it's incredible. I can truly say, Dr. Anna, I love that part of your interview too, where Dimitri talked about Dr. Anna and her background. But guys, she's just the real deal. I mean, she's just absolutely brilliant. We'll be publishing some interviews with her before we go live. She'll be on our launch webinar with me on December 15th. We're going to do a global launch webinar. She'll be on there. But I mean, just an incredible resume. Her algorithms and AI systems manage over $1 billion of investments. Her team has created more than 20 proprietary AI systems that are still in operation today as the backbone of many, many big investment firms and banking institutions throughout Europe, Asia, the US. One of my favorite parts of her story is that at the age of 20, she solved a mathematical equation that top mathematicians had not been able to solve for over 30 years. And at 20 years old, she solved that equation. In fact, her solution is still being used today in chip development and design and things like this. And she was actually teaching at her university at 20 years old. She was teaching. Just an incredible background. She's worked with futures and commodities. If you go to the next slide, this is, I think, really important for everyone, because people ask a lot of times, well, is this legitimate? Is this, is this real? Is this legal, et cetera? So Dr. Anna in 2017 was appointed by the Financial Commission to the DRC, the Dispute Resolution Committee, where she still sits there today. The reason, and there's a lot of good stuff, you can go back and read this, but the middle, if you look at the middle paragraph, I'm going to read that highlighted section. As an experienced executive and change agent in retail finance, Dr. Becker has worked with more than 300 brokers and has served as the compliance officer with regulators like the NFA and the CFTC. So she just has this really, really stout background and just deep roots in the fintech space, from the compliance side to the technology side, all of it wrapped together. An incredible resume. And then Dimitri, the co-founder who Vitaliy interviewed, if you want to go to the next slide, Vitaliy, is also
I love this slide. She's a superhuman, and she's also a mom. I mean, she's everybody there said, I don't know how she's doing all of this and keeping the house and the kids and managing all of this.
Yeah.
Like super mom.
She's incredible. Dimitri, I didn't know you played chess, Vitaliy, but Dimitri is actually a grandmaster. I think he won like 3 championships in Israel.
He's super competitive, so I better not to bet money on his
for sure.
A chess match. I think he's going to beat me very easily.
For sure. he's good. He's good. And just super smart. And he's also very business minded as well. He's the chief operating officer. And you can see, his resume is, in his degrees in astrophysics and science and also very skilled in mathematics and algorithmic equations and all of this. So brilliant partner of Dr. Anna's, also co-founder. They've been working together for 20 plus years, and they just have a great corporate team there. So it's the real deal. Endotech's rock solid. And, it's just an honor, to be honest with you, to be able to bring this type of crowdfunding model to such a incredible company like Endotech and be able to partner and work together with them. It's just a huge honor. Absolutely.
Very, very smart people. Yeah, so this is the results of the alpha strategy, which has both longing and shorting position. All right, so this is how it would look like if you were to put $1 million in January 2018 with a strategy and compounding it year after year. Was margin accounts, right? You can see this compound profit and loss 2,239%, average annual return 814%. Even with 13 losing months, 21 winning months, you can see that there is not always wins. Like in trading, you cannot win all the time. There is going to be months where you can lose, and the maximum in leverage that they allow to lose is like 30%. But if you lose 30% and you gain 200%, 300%, I mean, 30% is nothing. So it's all it's how you manage that risk and how you look at different strategies. So that's what they're good at. And they have different strategies. So maybe you can elaborate on this, Jeremy, a little bit.
Yeah, I think this is my favorite part of the whole thing because, any company that doesn't show you losses is lying to you. And it's just reality. Any trader, any trading company involved with trading, if they're not showing losses, they're lying. Their model's not real. Because it's impossible. The best traders in the world, the best of the best, the best AI systems in the world, the best of the best, Endotech is the best of the best, is going to lose. And you can never 100% predict the next move of the market. It's just impossible. And so I love that we disclose this. I love that we're going to have an environment that shows this level of transparency to every member. And we're not creating a mask of the truth, but we're showing the real results. And I think it's important for everyone to understand that, hey, this is part of it, that there's part of trading is you're going to have wins and losses. And here's what I love about AI is for most humans, if you've ever traded, for most humans, when you lose on a trade, emotions kick in. And you want to get that money back. You feel like you've lost and you start to chase. And what happens is you because the emotions kick in, you stop making purely calculated decisions and you start making emotional decisions. And this is why many people keep losing very fast. They get into an emotional tailspin. AI does not do this. AI says, hey, we took a loss on this trade. We got out of the loss. Now we're going to calculate our next decision. And it performs this way. And that's why some of their biggest wins came after the losses. And Dr. Anna actually shared in the interview that they actually, when the system loses is when they actually increase the trading capital. They put more trading capital in because typically it's when you have those big losses that there's getting ready to be a turnaround in the market and they capitalize on that. This next slide I really love because this is a new strategy that they just launched on September 1st. And I pulled this report up on the 9th of November. So this was about 70 days into the strategy. And you can see that in 70 days, this strategy produced 297% returns in 70 days. Now we're 90 days in, and it's actually over 400% right now on this strategy. So that's incredible. That means if somebody put $10,000 into this trading strategy on September 1st and they pulled it out today, they would have over $50,000 from that $10,000. Now, we're showing you two of the highest performing strategies, right? These are, we're bragging a little bit on Endotech's best performing strategies.
And I talked to them yesterday, and this November was actually their amazing months, one of the best months they ever had. And on Bitcoin, for example, on Bitcoin 10x leverage, they managed to generate 391% profit in November, in a month of November, 390% in 1 month. On the Ethereum, they've done about 90%. So they are, by the way, a lot of the strategies and trades are published on their endotech.io website. You can check the history. You can check it on the website itself, endotech.io, and see it right there on the website. You can see in the portfolio and the different strategies. You can see this alpha and beta strategies. Alpha is more aggressive strategy. You don't see all of the strategies right here, and this is a demo version account. People are subscribed to see more strategies, and you see our archive portfolios. But you can see, like, for example, alpha, the strategy, performance, and history. If you click on it, you'll see the actual trading history. You'll see the trading history right there, when they're buying, when they're selling, right? So it is published for everyone to see. You can see the performance, and I like this graph. It's mostly growing. Beta is like for risk averse, like for people who don't want to lose, don't like to lose. So there is very minimal here risk, and reward is also smaller, but more kind of steady, slow and steady. Alpha is more aggressive.
And the biggest difference between alpha and beta is alpha trades long and short, and beta is only long. So that's the biggest difference.
Here's a new strategy. They put alpha Ethereum leverage 10, alpha Bitcoin leverage 10. So it's checking the performance right here. This is from what, start date 20th of October until today, balance $10,000. We have 116% ROI.
Yeah, and change the go to the start date and change it to September 1st. Okay, I think that's when that strategy started. Oh, does it let you do September? No, never mind. Okay,
No,
that might be the Bitcoin
this
strategy.
is a new strategy. This is a new strategy. They launched it recently.
Yep.
This one, Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin has done a lot better. Look at this. Since first,
that's the one I was looking at. Yeah,
522%, guys. The 1st of September, I mean, Bitcoin has been rising for 7 weeks in a row, and they had a leverage position they held from like 12,000 or something dollars, and they didn't sell, and they didn't sell, and didn't sell. They just kept going. So they made quite some significant gains right here. So with $10,000 initial balance, the current balance you would have is $62,000. Amazing.
incredible.
Annually, that is a 2,000% annually, guys. So yeah, that's just some of the strategies, guys, and they divide it. And obviously with Daisy, they're going to implement multiple strategies, not just one.
Love it.
That's the roadmap. Endotech was registered in 2012, and they started trading crypto in 2018. Before that, they were doing, they were trading on futures and forex and commodities and for all these years. Okay, and yeah, this is where 2017 they started to develop this crypto trading AI strategies. And actually this is not correct here, 100 million, because Adam didn't agree with that. He's like, if we're to sell this company right now, it's $200 million, not a penny less.
Yeah. The reason we're doing, and this is a great benefit. So if we were doing a $200 million valuation, then we would only have 5% stock equity for the 10 million that we're raising. So we got them to agree to a $100 million valuation, which gives 10% stock equity to the members of Daisy. So that's why that 100 million it's a great number for us. It doubles the amount of equity that all of our members get to have.
Okay. Awesome. So this is where we are. December is launch of the Daisy crowd. And yeah, talk about it, Jeremy, 2021.
Yeah, so what we're doing, guys, is the top position in the referral plan is the crowdfunding position. And it's going to contribute $10 million to Endotech for the development of Daisy AI. Phase 1 is this year. We're going to develop the Daisy AI platform, the new AI technology. And one of the biggest targets that we have this year is 500 million in trading and assets under management with Daisy. And this is a big part of the story for the company, is we want to, AI systems perform, they behave very differently with different volume amounts. And so one of the things that we're going to be able to prove by reaching this goal before we take the company public is the high performance with high volume. So 500 million in assets under management is a big target for us as a community that we're going to bring to the table for Daisy AI. And then in 2022, Daisy AI will be completed and we take the company public. And then at that point, and possibly even sooner, we're going to expand the entire project into the Forex market as well. So we'll go into the Forex and the equities, stock and equities markets in 2022 and 23. So this allows us to really go beyond. So we want to have 500 million in assets under management in 2021, and then an additional 1 billion in 2022 from the community. So it's going to be a exciting run for all of us, obviously. And then that's going to really play into the story that leads into Endotech going public as well.
Absolutely. And this is for first phase. They're not going to stop at 500 million. They had experience before higher numbers, so that's not new to them to deal with such numbers. And the whole idea behind this and the vision was the Daisy AI is to develop a much bigger algorithms that will take into account the politics, the sentiments, the different things in the market. To build those servers, it costs a lot of money. Once that is going to be built and going to be testing it all, the performance should increase. The performance should increase for what they're having right now, so that all of us can benefit from even higher profits. Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay. Yes, 2022 completed Daisy AI and that goes public, and adding Forex trading to Daisy, additional $1 billion of AM. So they're not stopping in crypto. Okay, they have experience in Forex as well. They want to expand it as well into these markets for everyone to benefit. And adding stock AI trading to Daisy Fund. I don't know about that. The part how it will look like. But yeah, going through the making it public, international, going through the IPO, putting a stock on NASDAQ, for example, it's a process. It's a lengthy process, a lot of bureaucracy and stuff like that. So it will not happen overnight, but that's the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the questions I get a lot is why is Endotech allowing a crowdfunding model to do the capital raise instead of going to an institutional investor and just getting the 10 million directly from them, or using their own revenue, their own money. And there's multiple layers to that too. It's pretty exciting, actually. So one of the things we bring to the table is not just the 10 million, but we now bring a massive network of millions of people over the next 2 years that are going to, from a retail perspective, support the growth of this company. It's always been Dr. Anna's vision to reach the retail consumer, and we're going to be a great mouthpiece for that, and bring that 500 million into that equation as well. So that's a big driver for them, is to actually reach the retail market and have that. And you just don't get that with a traditional investment model. The other reason why is just our relationship. Myself and my partner introduced me to Endotech a couple of years ago, and we just have a very good relationship with them. We've built a lot of trust with them. We've done a lot of business with them, and they know that we have a heart for reaching people, reaching the masses. They know that we have a love for the referral marketing model and what it can do for people's lives. And there's just a real alignment there with those visions. So it's a great opportunity. So I think it's a great transition point. So let's talk about how this works for you. And I'm excited to talk about the referral plan and how that works today too. So the top position of the referral plan is actually going to be what funds the $10 million to Daisy AI for development. There's up to 10 different crowdfunding packs to choose from. that start at just $100. Every contributor gets their equal share of 5% of equity of Endotech stock. 50 to 70% of every pack is used in live trading for the AI development. So 50% of packs 1 through 7 goes into the live trading account, which is used in the development process for Daisy AI. For packs 8, 9, and 10, 70% goes into live trading. 70% of all of the trading profits are rewarded back to the individual contributor. 15% of all the trading profits is rewarded to the residual referral plan. And then 15% goes back to Endotech and to the operations of Daisy Crowdfund. All members are able to participate in the Daisy referral plan, and the referral plan pays out up to 46% of each crowdfunding package. So, for example, 50% goes into trading, 40% goes into the referral plan. So let's dive into some of how the referral plan works.
Okay.
Oh, there's just a couple of screenshots so you guys get a sneak peek at some of the back office. So you'll see in the back office, you have 2 sections. You have Daisy Crowd and Daisy Fund. Daisy Crowd is the referral model. Daisy Fund is the trading accounts, and you'll be able to have access, see everything for both of those.
Right. So the crowd and everything that has to do with the matrices and the crowdfunding of the Daisy AI. The fund is the actual live trading, the trading piece. And by the way, the back office is ready already.
Yeah, so they're doing the integration right now. I was up late last night with the development team going through, making sure all the functions were working. It's going to be amazing. So this weekend we'll have the integration done and we move into testing. So next week we move into the stress testing. This is a really important phase. We're going to have a full audit done on the smart contract. We're going to have a stress test done to make sure that it can handle hundreds of thousands of members joining. We're going to run that stress test in a 3-minute time frame. So we're going to test it for 100,000 people every 3 minutes to make sure that it can really, really handle the volume. And then also security testing. We're having the full security testing done to make sure there's no vulnerabilities, cyber attacks, and all that kind of stuff that we know can go on in this space. So we have a third-party company, very reputable company that's what they do. And as long as everything passes the tests, or if it doesn't, we fix what needs to be fixed, then we'll be ready to launch on December 15th. I will say this, we've been testing every step of the way, every element of the smart contract, and everything's working perfectly. All of the logic, everything that's it's supposed to do, it is doing. So we're very, very excited about that. And the developers that we have.
$234 million. I can already see it happening. Not in a distant future.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. I really do think we'll be the fastest to reach $1 billion. I do believe that. I believe of any referral marketing project that's been out there, I think we will be the fastest to hit $1 billion in total revenue.
Awesome.
Let me just read this legal disclaimer, because I think it's important that everyone understands this. We want to protect the project and always be transparent. Purchasing the Daisy crowdfund package is a contribution to the equity crowdfund for the Daisy AI development, and it is not a trading investment. Endotech is giving both shares of stock in the company and profit sharing from the trading results to each contributor as crowdfunding rewards. Prior to Endotech going public, shares of Endotech stock will be rewarded to each crowdfund contributor. Stock certificates will require a KYC verification of each member's legal identity before any shares of stock can be rewarded. In the case that Endotech does not go public, the equity will be converted into dividends for each member. The trading accounts will be used for the purpose of testing and developing. Past performance does not guarantee future results and is for informational purposes only. Historical performances shown are also the result of compounding profits. Profit rewards are contingent upon the profitable trading performance, and results are not a guarantee. All performance will be visible with full transparency to each crowdfunding member.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Now let's go to the exciting part.
All right, let's dive in. The referral plan. So quick highlight, and then we're gonna go through slides on every part of this, and it's actually very simple.
You created it, yes?
Yes.
Like you created it.
Yes, yes. We certainly had a lot of input from other leaders as well, but yeah, I must say this was my brainchild, and as someone who comes from the space, and I know what it takes to create momentum and drive momentum with behaviors, and I said, let's create a dream referral plan here. So of course it's all instant payouts done through smart contracts, so it's instant, and up to 46% of every package pays out in the referral plan. So the three components to the income: there's upfront income, there's residual income, and then we also have a stock equity bonus for leaders. So the upfront income consists of a 3x10 forced matrix, personal referral bonuses, matrix check matching bonuses, Paysetter revenue share bonus, the upfront infinity bonus, and the infinity check matching bonus. The residual income consists of 10 generations of Unilevel trading bonus, an infinity residual bonus, and infinity check matching bonus.
There's a lot of bonuses. You already confused so many people with all these bonuses.
Okay, it'll all make sense in the next 10 minutes, I promise. And then we also have a chance for leaders to earn stock equity as well. So let's go through, and I'm gonna really make sure everyone understands this. Quick recap here, so we're all on the same page. The packages start at $100. 50% of the package goes into trading for packs 1 through 7. On packs 8 through 10, 70% goes into the trading account.
That's good. The higher packages, more money going to the fund for trading, for more profits.
Correct.
Yeah.
You got it. 70% of the trading profits go back to you, the individual contributor. 15% of the trading rewards goes back into the residual referral plan. You can withdraw the reward profits at any time. Every member gets stock equity in Endotech. Up to 46% pays out in the referral plan, and the top position funds $10 million to Daisy AI for development. All right, let's have fun and get into this money now.
All right. Huge upfront money and residual. That's what I gotta love it, and instant payouts because it's a smart contract on Tron, so everything is settled in a real time.
Instantly, yeah, exactly. So the packs simply double in price for each pack level. So entry pack level 1 through 10 doubles at each price: 100, 200, 400, and so on. And you can see here, for example, if someone goes all the way to entry pack level 10, they funded a total of $102,300. They have $69,000 that's in the trading, and $33,000 that goes back into the crowd fund. And they get 1,023 shares in the 5% pool of equity. So really great situation for someone who goes in. I love the fact that, basically 70% of that $100,000 is actually going to work for that individual in trading. And I love the fact that they also get equity in the company for the remainder of that amount.
So until here, essentially, you see 50% goes into the trade account and 50% goes to the Daisy crowd, which is distributed through the matrix, and part of it goes to the Daisy AI fund development. So yeah, and here on these packages, it's 70% here and 30% here on these packages. Okay. So I think that part is understandable. I'm going to get all of this. Obviously, it's right from the beginning. And I want it all, like in this song. I want it all. All right. So there is a matrix back compression here going on, and essentially what it means is that all of these packages have their own matrix. They have their own matrix. Packages 1 to 10. So if you, for example, have 8 packages, you have 8 packages, okay, and then you build a team. You have all these people somebody on the 5th generation, for example, have also purchased the eighth package on the 5th generation. Somebody purchased the 8th package, but his upline and their upline and their referral partners up above, they don't have the 8th package. So it can compress all the way to your matrix because you own the 8th package. Correct, Jeremy?
Correct. Perfectly said.
All right. So essentially, you can only participate in the matrices that you own the package and build up those matrix down. So that makes sense to get started with as many of these packages as you can comfortably afford. Now you can upgrade later, obviously. Yeah, so the more you start, the better you have this head start, because there will be some mad spillover. And I see, especially on these first 7 packages, the first 7 will be some big movement. A little bit less on the higher ones, but also will be people for sure. Okay, so now the matrix bonus, one of the main bonuses here. This is all upfront.
So one of the things I love that we've done here, and I think this is really a key to our model, is if you look at generations 1 and 2 of the matrix, there's no referral requirements to get paid on generations 1 and 2. That means that a person can earn from spillover on their first 2 levels of the matrix, even if they never refer a single person. And it actually comes out to 48%. So you can see there that if a person bought a $100 package,
$48 come back to you.
Yeah, $48 would come back. And the other 50 is in trading. So literally you've made your money back with spillover on the first 2 levels.
So if this is you and you have, here 3 positions in the matrix, and then here 3 positions, 3 here positions, and here 3 positions. So now you have, your upline and their team, their upline, all of these guys, because you're also part of their matrix. So they can start filling up these spots for you, essentially. That's what's called spillover. So even if you don't have anybody right here in the first 2 generations, this is, we're talking about 12 people altogether. So that is on every one of these packages. It's like you can get up to 48% back from spillover. Okay, which is very cool. It's very cool. That's not considering the trading. That's just from the crowd fund getting back 48%.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. And then what we did is we do have referral requirements then for generations 3 through 10. So if a person wants to earn on their 3rd level of the matrix, they would have to refer 3 people at any pack level, doesn't matter, 3 people. And those 3 people or all of their personal referrals would have to have a total of $1,000 that they have crowdfunded. So $1,000 in pack sales in your personal referrals. To unlock, so just to follow the logic, then to unlock generation 4, you would need to have 6 personal referrals. And those personal referrals would have had to have crowdfunded $2,000 or more.
That's total.
It's total. It's total. Yeah, that's combined.
From this 3, let's say we have you have a total team of 10 people. Now that $1,000 that doesn't include spillovers, correct?
Right. It only counts your personal referral. So in that, let's say you referred 3 people,
and
those 3 people would have to have, on average, let's say one of them had $400 and 2 of them had $300. That'd be $1,000, right? That they purchased.
They can also bring somebody, and that will also count for the total.
No, so the total is from the personal referrals. So that counts your personal referral volume only.
Only your personal referral volume. Gotcha.
Yep. So if you refer 3 people, those 3 people would have to have at least 1,000 total in personal purchases.
So that's about $330, $3+ dollars on that.
One of them could have 800 and the other two have 100.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and so forth. You have here to unlock the 10 levels. You have 24 people and correct. It's like not or, it's and.
Yep.
And a volume, and that's 120,000 coming from 24 people or above or more.
You got it.
From your personals. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, not everybody coming straight away with all of their 10 generations unlocked immediately. You have to earn it. If you want to unlock all of these generations, you have to earn it.
And I want to say something. This really protects the spillover. This model, this protects the spillover, because what happens if you don't have requirements, then everyone abuses the system. What they do is they come in and they roll themselves with many positions, and then they build underneath and they're pushing everyone down, right? And they manipulate it. This keeps it really clean and pure, where I'll give you an example. I'm building one position and I have a partner. I brought a partner in and we're splitting one position 50-50, because there's so much money in the referral plan for one position that it doesn't make sense for us to have a position here and start stacking positions. This not prohibits, but it makes it pointless for someone to do stacking, and it really forces the spillover. You don't have empty dead positions as a result. So it actually protects the matrix is what it does.
Awesome. Yeah. Makes sense. This part, guys, the matrix bonus. Okay, and you can see the numbers, and when you feel the entire matrix 10 generation just on the first level, first entry, $100, we're talking about $346,000. And packs 1 to 7 filled up all these 7 matrices. In total is $43.7 million, guys. You know, what if you do 10% of that? Right? You know, get into 6th generation, that's what, 729 people. You're talking about over $250,000. Yeah, just in this bonus alone, in this matrix bonus alone, one bonus out of the many bonuses, and this one bonus. Okay, and the higher packages, obviously, it's bigger numbers. So this is on the matrix. This is like the maximum that you can hit the limit. So the limit is $198 million. That's the limit
for one position.
I like this limit. pretty good limit. I wish you guys to reach this limit. To be limitless. Okay. Let's move on to the next one, the pace setter bonus.
So this is a great bonus. This is, we wanted to drive behavior in the first 30 days so that people have an incentive to get involved and to start referring and unlocking their generation. So 2 things here. If you unlock any of your levels 3 through 9 in your first 30 days, we're going to give you the next generation as a bonus. So if somebody comes in and refers 3 people, those 3 people have at least $1,000 that they've crowdfunded. They've unlocked generation 3. Then we're going to unlock generation 4 for the lifetime of that member. Now you can always, keep unlocking generations. There's no limit on how long it takes to unlock those generations, but any generations that you unlock in your first 30 days, you get the next generation as a bonus. Now, the big driver here is this level 10. For any leader who unlocks level 10 in their first 30 days, again, that means that they have at least 24 personal referrals, and those 24 or more referrals have a total crowdfunding amount of $128,000 or more. When you do that, you're going to get a share of 1.1% of all of the crowdfunding packs around the world, not just in your matrix, not just in your team, but in the entire Daisy project. Every time a crowdfunding package is purchased anywhere in the world, this is going to be tens of thousands of times a day. 1.1% of those packages is going to be divided out to the pace setters. So there's going to be pace setters that are getting, let's say that we have 10,000 people join in a day, or 100,000 people joining a day, you're going to get 10,000 payouts. You're going to get 100,000 deposits in your Tron wallet. Every time someone anywhere in the world is joining, we're taking 1.1% of that package and paying it out to the pay setters. And then we're also taking
your ding, 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 ding on your Tron wallet.
I said, for leaders, this will be the best recruiting tool. Just do a video of your Tron wallet, ding, 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 all day long, right? What a great recruiting tool. And then we're also going to take 5% of the of equity in Daisy. So we're giving 5% of stock to the contributors, but we're taking another 5% and we're giving it to the leaders. So any leader that reaches this pay setter level 10 bonus in 30 days, they're going to get their share of 5% of the Daisy stock. That's
a really great incentive for people to really push it. The first 30 days, make the effort to hit that, because it's once qualified and it's for the lifetime. So you do it once, you do this 30-day blitz. You start strong, and it will set the pace. Yeah. So I don't think it'll be 100,000 people a day joining. You're too optimistic on that. Maybe in the first day launch, I don't know.
Yeah.
But a couple thousand.
Yeah, I don't think it will be either. But I was just using it as an example. Day one, it will be. I guarantee that day one and two, we'll see a couple 100,000 people. But you're right. Yeah. Long term, it won't be.
Okay. What do we have here? I think it's a little mixed up.
Oh yeah, it's because you're in PowerPoint, not Keynote. That's why. That was a Keynote animated slide, but it's just a recap. So you can go to the next slide. It's just showing that you unlock the packages, you unlock the matrix, and showing the requirement. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you converted this to PowerPoint. That's why some of the animation.
All right, I think we covered that. It's like a recap.
Yeah, we did. We covered that. Yep. Just go to the next slide. So personal referrals. You get 5% for every personal referral, regardless of what package you're at. So, I mean, you could be at $100 package, refer someone who goes all the way through pack 10, and you're going to get 5% of their total package as a referral bonus. And you're going to get a 10% check match. So anyone who you personally refer, whatever they earn in their matrix, you're going to get a 10% match. Now, there is a qualification that follows just the same qualification as the matrix. So if, for example, you've unlocked 3 generations of the matrix, so you've referred 3 people with 1,000 total crowdfunded, you've unlocked 3 generations, then you're going to get the matrix check match for 3 generations of payout from that leader. So, if I refer Vitaliy and he makes, $1 million in the matrix this month, I could potentially earn $100,000 as a check match from the $1 million that he earns. But if I'm only qualified for generation 3, then I'm only going to check match what Vitaliy earns on his generations 1, 2, and 3. So to maximize this, you also just have to maximize the 10 generations, and you'll maximize this 10% payout. Again, the reason we had to put that rule in there was to protect people from stacking, because if we didn't have a qualification there, then, John would go recruit himself, and then he would go build in position number 2, and he would earn the 10% match on himself. And this would just create a behavior that doesn't support the spillover and isn't fair to the distributors that are working and building a team and actually referring people in that model. So this protects somebody from trying to beat the system in that way.
Cool. That 10% matching, that's amazing.
It's going to be a big deal. I think it could be one of the biggest checks for people, because I'd rather have 10% of 100 people or 1,000 people than 100% of even my own. If you just think about that, it's a big number. It's a big number.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite bonuses here, called the Infinity bonus. So, one of the things that you always hear from leaders, not the everyday person, but leaders say, hey, what happens, if my matrix goes to levels 11 and 20 and 100? What happens when I fill up my 10 levels? So as a leader, I know that feeling of wanting to make sure that I'm earning something from my entire organization and that I'm not being pushed out of money too soon on a 10 level type of structure. So this is a really, really cool bonus for leaders called the Infinity Bonus. There's two ways that you can qualify for this. You could reach 1 million in total team sales in your first 30 days, or 10 million in total team funding with no time limit. That can be done over any amount of time. There's a 50% rule here, which means no more than 50% of the 1 million or the 10 million can come from any one personal enrollment line. So if I referred Vitaliy and he goes out and does $1 million in his team in 30 days, and Vitali's my only person, I'm not qualified for that bonus because I can count 50% of Vitali's 1 million. So I can count 500,000 towards the bonus. So you have to have at least 2 legs or more to hit that goal. But 1 million in 30 days or 10 million in total team funding, unlimited time frame. You get 1% on every crowdfund package in your Unilevel team. So this is not your matrix. This is your personal team that you build. You get 1% to infinity from every single crowdfunding package in your entire group. If a leader in your team qualifies for this same bonus, they get the 1% from their team down. They get the 1%, and you get a 100% check match, which means you're still getting 1%. So on that first generation of qualifiers somewhere in your team, you get a 100% check match. So you're still getting 1% to infinity. And then if there's a second person in that same leg, that same line that reaches that goal, they get the 1%. The Infinity Club qualifier above them gets the 100% check match, and you get a 50% check match. So there'll be leaders that will be earning this 1% bonus. I mean, hundreds of levels down in their group, hundreds of levels down through infinity on every single package that's purchased in the entire team.
Now the residual trading bonus, guys.
So whenever somebody withdraws profits from their trade account, or every 6 months from the trading account. So if they're compounding, the system will automatically pay out every 6 months to the matrix or to the smart contract, 15% of the total trading profits. So 15% of the total profits from the trade account of every crowdfunding member in your Unilevel. So let me make sure everyone understands what I mean when I say Unilevel, because there's a difference between Unilevel and matrix. So in the matrix, you only have 3 positions on your first level, 9 on your second, and so on. In the Unilevel, every single person who you refer is frontline to you, is on level 1. So if you refer 100 people, then you have 100 people on your first level. If those 100 people refer 10 people, you would have 1,000 people on your second level in the Unilevel. So that's how we're defining Unilevel. So the way the Unilevel residual works is on all of your personal referrals, you make 3.5% of their trading profits, total trading profits from that account. And then on levels 2 through 10, you make 1% on all of the trading profits from your organization. So Vitaliy, you really explained this well the other day. So let me throw it back to you, man, and kind of break this down.
So essentially, there are trading profits that are being made, and they're rewarded in your account. When there are profits, they're taken out and put into your trading profit fund that you can withdraw. And whenever you withdraw, that's when the smart contract is being triggered, right? Essentially at that point in time. And 70% of the trading profits goes to you. So you withdraw that. 15% of that profits goes here. This is 12.5%, and another 2.5% goes in another bonus. And another 50% goes to the company, correct, Jeremy? Or you said 7.5%?
Yeah, 7.5% goes to Endotech, and then 7.5% goes back to the founders of the smart contract of Daisy. So there's 4 partners, myself and 3 others.
Right. That's fair. Uh, that's good. That's good. So that gives you a long-term residual income because, you know, profits is what they're good at, and they will continue to generate these profits essentially, and you withdraw the profits, and it will trigger this. It will trigger this, right? Whenever you withdraw the profit. So and this too, and this too. So every time. So what they will see in the back office, right, Jeremy, is the total profits, and they withdraw their portion. Or what they'll see in the back office is only the 70%. I think nobody can hear you. Hold on. You need to unmute yourself.
Sorry about that. Yeah, they'll see the full amount in the back office.
The full amount. So
they'll see too. They'll see the full amount and this, and it'll calculate what the 70% is.
Okay, so when they click on withdraw, it will withdraw 70% from that amount.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Very cool. And if they don't do anything, they can compound the profits, or the profits are all taken out from there.
Yeah, so we want to really teach people the power of compounding. So if they don't withdraw their profits, those profits continue to compound into trading. What we will do is if any member has not withdrawn their profits after 6 months, then we will take that 30% and pay that 15%, and we will automatically pay it out. So if someone's not withdrawing their profits, then at least every 6 months, there will be an automatic residual payout into this residual bonus.
But isn't it good that people withdraw profits more often? So everybody there too get rewarded.
Well, no, it becomes a much bigger number. So it goes either way. I mean, if you compound, the number becomes so much bigger, right? So even that 15% can be 3 or 4 times more money if people let it compound, right? So Dr. Anna showed me some comparisons of like people that if you withdraw profits every time a trade is made versus compounding, and it was crazy. I mean, it was staggering, the difference. So, you know, my personal opinion is I hope everyone compounds, because they're going to make a lot more money if they do. And the referral plan will make more money, because now you're getting paid 15% of a much higher compounded result than a smaller number. So I think compounding is going to be a good win for everybody.
Okay, no limit on residual income.
There's going to be so much upfront money, Vitaliy. Like the upfront money is going to be so fast and big that this is going to, in my opinion, be really like that, you know, that long-term, like kind of reward. You know, it's like the big paydays. You know, I mean, there's going to be people that have these really big paydays on the residual side. I mean, it's going to be, you know, if you build a team with, you know, if somebody builds a team with tens of millions in trading or hundreds of millions of trading, and then those payouts happen, it's going to be some really, really big checks. I mean, there's going to be people, you know, buying homes for their mom and dad from those residual payout checks, you know?
Amazing. Cannot wait. All right, Daisy Infinity Club.
So we talked about this bonus earlier, but the reason you see it again is not only do you get paid 1% of every package that is purchased, but as an Infinity Club qualifier, you also get 1% of all of the trading profits through Infinity in your organization. So it follows the exact same rules, generation check match. So this is mind blowing. This is where a leader can come in and say, and here's the cool thing is it's a double dip, because if you qualify for this, you get the 1% already on levels 2 through 9, which can be, you know, hundreds of thousands of people, tens of thousands of people on those 10 levels. But you also now get the extra 1% on the Infinity check match as well. And that 1% goes to Infinity. So it's not limited to those 10 levels.
I wish you guys to get members of Infinity Club. That's not an easy task to achieve, but it's awesome when you do. So
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. All right. So as you can see, guys, this is powerful. let's open up for questions. If you have any questions, raise your hand or type it in. We're going to go through, maybe have a couple already here in the chat. And if you want to unmute your mic and ask anything you want, please raise your hand and we'll unmute you. Somebody asked, why depend on crowdfunding to develop the AI system? If a solid system, it should have the AI running before the startup date. Well, they already have the trading running. They just want to make it even better.
Yeah, everyone that contributes now, the current trading platform is live and working and proven. But then Daisy AI, as it continues to develop, is going to improve those systems, right? So you'll get the immediate results of the current trading systems, and every improvement that is made through Daisy AI will just increase those performances.
The crypto to fuel the system is Tron. Correct. What if on level 3 they each sign up at $100? So Christine, what was the question? That they can sign up with the $100 package? No problem.
Yeah, everyone, by the way, will join with the $100 package, just so we're clear on how that works. It's a sequence. So everyone will join with 100, and then you have the option of upgrading, from your back office to 200, 400, 800. So every member will join with 100, and that will become the master genealogy. So that's the master matrix, so to speak.
Now, those generations, this is generations from like your second, third line of direct referrals, or is it the matrix one here? Is that the matrix has generations that can be filled up 1 to 10, and there is the actual Unilevel lineage. This right. Is you, and this is your personal partner. And this is his personal partner, your second level. So what is this referring to?
Yeah, so the matrix is this includes spillover. So this is referring to matrix. This is the matrix bonus page, and this refers to the matrix. So the matrix has 3, 9, 27. This is spillover. So
the more, if you meet this, you can unlock spillovers on these higher levels, on these higher generations.
Yeah, you can get paid. Yeah, you can get paid on all those generations. Yep. Exactly.
All right. Mm-hmm. My point is, it will not equal $1,000. And if everybody signed $100, no, it will not equal. I think she referred here 3 people that put $100 each. Then
you would still be $700 short of the $1,000 part of the requirement.
When is the start date? December 15th.
December 15th.
Yes. Let's see if somebody raised the hand. Okay, we see some raised hands. Let's start with Florette Clark. Are you there? You can unmute yourself. Florette Clark. How do we get the link once launched?
Okay, hi, good day.
Hey.
I was looking at your referral up to level 10, 24.
Yeah.
Level 10, which you must personally refer 24 persons. If you do not have 24 personal referrals, would you still be able to benefit from the payout once you're able to pay that money to move up to each level?
Jeremy?
No, so yeah, it's just the smart contract is exactly as you see here. It's coded in. So in order to get paid on generation 10 of any matrix, or 9 or 8 or 7, it has nothing to do with what package you purchase. This has nothing to do with your package. This has to do with how many people you've referred and the total amount that your personal referrals have contributed to the crowd fund. So there's two components. There's the packages that you buy, which unlock the different matrices. So there's a matrix for the $100 packages, and that matrix will be filled with only $100 members packages. Matrix 2 is $200, and it will be filled with all the members that upgrade to the $200 package, right? So each package that you buy opens up another 3x10 matrix that compresses only the packages.
It would be hard for people that only have $100 package and they want to build this one matrix deep to attract the $128,000 in personal volume to unlock
Right. If they just come in at 100, yeah, they're probably just going to most likely refer a bunch of $100 members, right?
Yeah. So it will be hard.
Typically how it works. Yeah. People normally will say, hey, what pack did you buy? What did you do? You know, so that's pretty common. But of course, people can always reinvest. They can take the money they're earning, et cetera. So just to clarify, so you have two categories. You have the package that you buy, which determines the matrix that you unlock. Then you have the matrix generations that you get paid on. To unlock the generations of the matrix, you have to follow this referral requirement, these referral requirements here.
Okay. The other question is this, if as you go along, you're getting your spillovers, as the case may be, you're able to, that money goes straight into your wallet. So you're able to do your upgrade and not, it doesn't impact the trade side, whereby you would need to withdraw funds. So you could easily well do your upgrades.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, people can do upgrades. All of the bonus plan will go right into your Tron wallet. Mm-hmm. And you know that Tron wallet's already connected to your account, and you can always use that Tron wallet to purchase the next packages.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Understood. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do we have any issue with SEC in a different country? Like people who are from US, they'll also probably want to ask this. How would that affect them?
Yeah, so we're going in the US, we're going to be, we're just going to really make sure that we protect the project. And so we're going to recognize and block IP addresses from the US. And there'll be a disclaimer that comes up that just says, this offer is not available in the US right now. We've detected a US IP address. We are in the process of acquiring a SEC registered hedge fund and broker dealer, because once we go into the Forex market, this will be very important right now, because we are doing this on the blockchain with cryptocurrency, where there's a different set of regulations that make it easier for us to do this. For phase 2, we're definitely going to, we're actually already in the process of getting that registration done. But to begin with, yes, we're gonna make sure that we are blocking US IP addresses. And this protects the liability of the company. We just don't want to take any chances.
Awesome. Okay. Steve, you're here. But this is the thing. I mean, people, are they participating with the Tron in the Tron? I mean, this Tron is not working. It's not working by piece. Like different. It's a Tron wallet. It's kind of decentralized system.
Yeah.
You're talking about using the website itself, correct?
Yeah, inside of Tron, they still have to, pull the decentralized app, which actually is a web-based. Decentralized apps are all web-based platforms. It's just a decentralized internet, right? So it's blockchain-based, Web3, et cetera. But yeah, so they still, when you go to your Tron wallet, you still go to the website to log in and to enroll and that type of thing. So it is decentralized, and we've got really good attorneys and legal teams and all of that. But hey, I live in the U.S. and I've seen enough to know that you know, they can pick on whoever they want to pick on. And we just said, hey, we want to really be safe and not create an issue. So for right now, we are gonna block IP addresses in the US.
And people use a VPN. Somebody asked.
Yeah, that's not. That'll be an internal conversation for you and your team. So I'm not sure how that works.
Okay. Let's see. Dean Dunn.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, Dean. Doing awesome.
Quick question. Yes, thank you. Quick question. If I purchase level 1 through 6, I believe the personal requirement was either 9 or 12. Once I have that personal requirement, does that fulfill my column where I can earn? I think it's the second to the right column, as long as I meet the totality of dollar amount of whatever the personal requirement is called for.
Correct. Yeah. Once you, I think what you're asking, I think this is the answer. Once you unlock any of your generation requirements, it applies to all the matrix. So if you unlock 5 generations by meeting the requirement with 9 referrals and 4,000 in volume, then, and you have packs 1 through 7, you've unlocked generation 5 for all of your matrices. Yes.
Okay. Because I thought like say for instance, do I have to, like how it goes from 50% to 70%? In order to earn 50%, do I have to purchase all 1 through 7? Is that the stop point? Or it doesn't matter, say if I purchase 1 through 5, as long as I meet horizontally all the requirements, I'm eligible to earn from the second to the last column.
You talking about on this slide here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the matrix payout slide. So yeah, if you purchased, I'm trying to understand the question completely. If you purchase package 5, for example,
correct,
you would not get paid on any package level 6s in your matrix.
Correct.
Okay. If you purchase package 7, then you would get paid, for example, on packages 1 through 7 in your matrix. So that takes us to the second to last column there. So in that second to last column, you would be able to earn that column. Now, in order to earn on that whole column, you have to unlock those generations, right? So you see there, generation 5, for example, if you want to get paid on sales 1 through 7, packs 1 through 7 on generation 5, you would have to refer 9 people. And those 9 people would have to have a total of $4,000 that they crowdfunded. And if you did that, then you would get paid on generation 5 for all the packs purchased up to the same level that you've purchased.
Okay. So I just want to leave you with this. So basically, the second to the last column, in order to earn on that, I have to personally purchase 1 through 7. Is that my understanding?
Yes, that's correct. In order to get paid on, if you purchase package 1, then you only get paid. You only unlock the matrix that is filled with pack level 1. If you purchase pack level 2, you unlock another matrix that is compressed with all the people who upgrade to pack level 2. You purchase pack level 3 and so on. So every package that you purchase unlocks another 3x10 matrix that allows you to get paid on those pack levels. So in order to get paid on that second to last column, you have to have purchased packs 1 through 7.
Okay. All right.
Yep. When you do, but if you purchase packs 1 through 7 and you have 10,000 people in your group and you haven't referred anyone, you're not getting paid on that whole column of level 7. You're only getting paid on levels generation 1 and 2 because you haven't met any of the referral requirements yet.
Referral requirements. Right.
Yeah.
Now,
So the referral requirements unlock how many levels deep you earn from. The package you purchase determines what packages you're allowed to get paid on.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Gotcha. Thank you.
Yep.
Moses is asking, what is the best case scenario for someone who only wants to a passive income with no referrals?
So the best case scenario would be the trading performance does really well and they get great results there. They get stock equity in Endotech. And when we take Endotech public, it does really, really well on the stock exchange. And they get spillover by working with an aggressive team like this. And they have levels 1 and 2 of their matrix filled up from spillover, which means they make 48% of their initial package back from the referral plan.
Yeah, and in this bull market, it will not surprise me that we do several hundred percentages in a year or more.
Yeah, that's very true.
So that would by itself return more than the value of the package back and continue to do the trading.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go over the USA issue again. I don't understand completely.
So Vitaliy, I hate to jump off early, but I need to. I rescheduled a call with my attorneys for 10:30 my time, and it's 10:45 now. And I've got my team on there waiting for me. So I have got to jump off, and I double booked. Man, I've been losing sleep. So I was thinking today was Wednesday. I'm glad you texted me.
It's like, yeah, it's Thursday today.
You're like, it's Thursday.
Yeah, I understand completely. Okay. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Please say thank you to Jeremy. He's our grand upline and the creator
Great
of
meeting everybody.
Daisy Plan. Okay, thanks, Jeremy.
All right, brother. We'll talk soon.
All right, guys. So yeah, you heard it all from the man himself that is operating the team of there are like 13 programmers right now that will finalize the smart contract. And it's going to be a very fruitful partnership. Looking forward to a successful launch. It will be in about 12 days from now. You know, I'm going to update you on the Telegram about the next developments, the next live meeting. So if you see the vision and the value, what we are doing here, so get ready. Download the Tron Link wallet if you don't have already, so that you are prepared. You know, this simple Google Chrome extension, and then put the Tron there inside the wallet, and essentially you can buy Bitcoin or Ethereum and convert it to Tron, and then you're ready. And if you want to start building a team here, that I would advise you to, you know, start your own group on Telegram or Facebook, for example, or Telegram, and start sharing about this with your network, and then building your team, keeping them up to date, so that when the launch is starting, you already have a team to work with. Okay. So if you need any assistance with that, with creating like a page, for example, like this, let me know. I will do my best to complete it to you as soon as possible. Okay. All right. So thank you guys so much. We want to keep it under 2 hours. We have this Telegram group, and you know what I'm talking about. So let me know if you have any questions. So I'm glad to assist you. And that being said, guys, I'm looking forward to our next week. I'm going to interview Dr. Anna Becker. I'll bring some professional video guys to the studio and do some professional video work, and record right there on the spot some great interviews with her, and we'll go from there. Yeah, you'll buy a package with the Tron money, right? Correct. This is based on the Tron smart contract. Where is the Telegram group? We have a group for if this is my personal, like, I don't know if somebody invited you here, if it's me or somebody else invited you here. We have a group for my team, and then there is a group for the global team with no links there. I'll keep you guys updated. Not this one. This one right here. And I can give you this link here. Okay. So not available to people in the USA. You know, it's a smart contract. It's a smart contract is available to everybody. And essentially, if you want to use that back office itself, I think you would have to use some kind of VPN service. But it's okay. How does Jeremy operate out of California? Great question. He is in US himself.